guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to create this very clean Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. We've got a bold lip and then a very simple eye. So I'm just going to show you how to create this look. It's pretty easy, so we'll just jump right in. First up, I'm going to apply the Rare Beauty. This is their Balm Gloss. I've been really enjoying this as an alternative to the Dior Lip Maximizer. This is the shade Nearly Neutral. Quite sheer, you can't even really see it on my lips. What I love this for is just before my makeup application, I love to apply this because it helps to hydrate and plump up the lips, just like the Dior Lip Maximizer, which is absolutely a favorite. However, this is an excellent dupe if you don't want to spend your money on the Dior. I think this works the same way, and even better because it doesn't give you that slight tingling sensation that the Dior one gives, but it definitely hydrates my lips, you know, lifts up those dry patches that I may have, and that way my lips are nice and ready for lipstick application later on. I am going to go in with a corrector. Today I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown, which is in the shade Peach, on my finger and apply that under my eyes. Also going to apply that around the mouth area. And I'm also going to take it right here where I also have darkness. Now my tan has slightly worn off, but I still have a little bit of color. So I'm going to use two different foundations. I'm going to use the lighter shade, sort of in the center of my face. And then I'm going to use a slightly darker shade in the perimeter of my face. I'm using my Holy Grail foundation, which is Dior Skin Glow in the shade 3 Warm Olive. And I'll use 4 Warm Olive around here. Then I'm going to take my hourglass brush and I'm just going to blend this out. For concealer, I'm going to use McGrath. This is in the shade LM14, which is everyday shade for me when I'm in my winter skin. And then it's more of a brightening concealer for me when in summer. So I'm just going to use that. And then tap it under the eye area. I'm also going to bring it down a little bit just so that there are no harsh edges with the concealer. Now I could add more concealer just in the inner parts to conceal that a little bit more, but I'm kind of okay with the little bit more of a natural coverage today. I don't really feel like going very heavy with concealer, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. Just gonna tap to make sure there's no creasing, and then just going to powder it. So I'm gonna take my microfiber sponge and pop that straight into the McGrath loose powder. This is the shade Light Medium 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and just press this into the under eye. Then take it up. Okay. I hate having to like interrupt my makeup, go to the sink, wet my sponge, come back. So what I love about this is just the fact I can use it dry. I don't have to wet it. I actually prefer the finish of the microfiber sponge dry than wet. So I love using it for that. This is the type of technique that I wouldn't do for normal everyday. For normal everyday makeup, I actually like my under eye area to look a little bit dewy. And in that scenario, I would just add a very light layer of powder. But if you want to amp it up a notch, and if you want a look that's also going to photograph really well, having a matte under eye always just looks good. Now let's move on to the eyes. And I'm going to have my eyes very simple today. I'm going to use one of my favorite cream eyeshadows, and this is Smashbox Always On Cream Eyeshadow. This is completely matte. There's no shimmer. So if you're looking for a cream eyeshadow that has zero shimmer. It's not satin, it is completely matte. This is the one to go for. It is long wearing, it's crease proof. This shade Amber is just the perfect skin tone shade for my eyes. I really love it. So I'm just gonna take some, and then I haven't primed my lips. I've had no concealer or anything else on. I'm going straight in with the eyeshadow. See that color? That color is perfection for my skin tone. It covers up my pigmented lids while also looking very, very natural. I don't need a, oh my god, that looks great. I don't need a brush or anything like that. I can just blend it out with my finger. I'm gonna go ahead, take a little bit more, and I'm just gonna focus it in the outer part of the eye. And that just looks really clean, really polished, took zero effort. Seriously, zero effort whatsoever. You can also do a really sheer wash, so I am applying quite a bit. You can do a very, very thin wash of this as well. I'm just going to take the Marc Jacobbs highliner in black and just going to apply this to the waterline. So once I've got my waterline done, I am going to take a really firm but teeny tiny brush. I mean, you can see the bristles on there. It is compact and tiny. And this is just going to give me a very tight, close to the lash line look. So this is from Wayne Goss. This is brush number 08. I'm just going to take a black eyeshadow and I'm going to pop this brush into the black eyeshadow, tap off the excess, and close to the lash line, I am going to just stipple the black eyeshadow. You can use an eye pencil, particularly if you have really large eyes and you generally like to do a thick line. Absolutely do that. Next, I'm going to take whatever is remaining on my brush and I'm going to run it through my lower lash line. Now I'm not using a pencil here because I don't want harsh lines. I just want a soft shadow or a very soft line. So it just looks very naturally dark. And I'm also being very light. I'm holding the brush right at the edge here and very light and gentle with my application. For eyebrows, I am using the Huda Beauty brow pencil. I have the darkest shade, which is shade 8. It's a nice soft ashy black and it's also very, very thin. Great for people who have thinner brows and are looking for very thin pencils. The Huda Beauty is a really great one. So I'm just going ahead and applying that at the top over my brow. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about having my brow look perfect because I'm going to go over this brow with a fibre brow gel, which will kind of fill in everything. So I'm just very lightly filling in any sparse spots. The brow pencil from Huda Beauty is also very soft, so it kind of just glides. I've been really enjoying it. Brows are filled in. Next, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Fibre Brow Gel. This is another product that I really enjoy from Huda Beauty. The wand is super, super thin and tiny. Great for thinner brows, but also really great for every day because it's not going to deposit too much product and it still makes brows look really natural. So I have the shade 8 black as well. So I'm just going over it. I've been really, really loving fibre brow gels. They just give so much texture to the brows. They look fantastic. All light bronzer for this look. I don't want to be bronzer heavy. So I'm going to go with Milk Makeup. This is in the shade Baked. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer from Milk. The color is gorgeous. I'm just going to show you. It definitely is a little bit more of a neutral tone bronzer. It's not very warm, but it's also not ashy, so it's great for brown skin. If you're close to my skin tone, that is. If you're a lot deeper than me, this shade is not going to work for you, but I do believe it comes in another darker shade. So I'm going to pat this right here. It's very creamy. I mean, you can just see the color. The color is perfection. I'm going to take Spectrum brush number 04. And I'm just going to blend this out. It gives a very natural looking bronzer. It's definitely not too warm. It's perfect. I'm just going to be using this really beautiful blush. This is called Bloodflower, and it just looks gorgeous in the pan. So I'm gonna go right here. Tap, tap, tap. This blush you can absolutely blend out with your finger. You can also use a brush. So I'm just gonna tap it out with my finger. And I'm then going to go ahead and use my brush using Hourglass number 2. I always forget the name of this brush. And just patting it. This is the shade Bloodflower. It is beautiful. I've curled my lashes, and now I'm going to go with one of my top favorite mascaras. This is the Essence Waterproof Lash Princess Mascara. Actually, this is the false lash effect. And I love how it gives me these curled look lashes, and they will actually stay put all day. This is a bit of a difficult mascara to remove, just like most waterproof mascaras. So not a everyday mascara for me, but certainly when I want to go out, this is the one I use. Now for lipstick, I'm going to go with beautiful matte lipstick from Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Ultimatte Slim Lipstick. I have the shade More Scarlet. Gorgeous color. Once I've got my lip color on, I'm just going to take some of it on back of a lip brush. Just saturate the brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. For highlighter, I'm going to go with Kosas, which is this highlighter right here. And this is the shade Velvet Melon in the high intensity range. Gonna pop a little bit of this right on the center of the nose. This is the final look. I've been really enjoying these Smashbox cream eyeshadows. I think they look fantastic. They are completely matte, so I do want to say, for those of you if you have really dry upper eyelids, or if you have really mature skin, you may not like this formula just because it's very matte. Now for those of you who are looking for very matte cream eyeshadows, I think you will really enjoy these. They last all day on me, and they don't crease whatsoever. Now I don't have hooded eyes, but I also don't have oily eyelids. So on me, these don't crease. If someone has oily eyelids, I presume it may crease a little bit. Same thing goes with hooded eyelids. And the other product I've also been really enjoying are the Maybelline Ultimatte lipsticks. This is a recommendation from Abirami. I follow her on Instagram. She does some really great content, very similar to the type of style that I often do. We have very similar tastes when it comes to makeup. I saw her swatch these. She raved about these, so I picked them up, and they are gorgeous. You can see they're very smooth. they're pigmented, they're matte, they're also creamy. When I apply this lip product, it doesn't pull or tug or anything like that. It just applies super creamy. They're long wearing as well. They're not transfer proof, so these will transfer, but I find that I just need to top up after lunch during the day and then I'm okay. I ended up getting, I think, 3. Love the formula, couldn't help myself, ended up getting more. So if you want a swatch video with these, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other requests for tutorials, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.